Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the next edition of Better Every Day. I'm your co host, John.
And I'm Bianca. And today we have Alexandria and Mikey with us, and we're exploring the heart and vision of community wellness. We're here to party with a purpose with Etho Wellness Club. Their subheading on Instagram say that they are changing the way that Vegas socializes. And I want to learn all about it. So welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, we're definitely really excited to have you guys. We've had the opportunity of attending a couple of your events, and that's why we're so excited to have you as some of our first guests on this podcast. So, just to kind of get us started, we know a little bit about your background, but our viewers don't. So, Mikey, what's this all about? How did you get started, and what's Etho all about?
Yeah, thanks for asking. Basically, last year, my wife and I kind of came to a point in our life where we decided that we really needed to make a change that was in full alignment with who we are and the type of lifestyle that we wanted to live. And so taking a step back, going from working in the industry lifestyle, my wife was a cocktail host. I was working with a sports betting company, very Vegas style. And realizing like those networks and that those behavior patterns and that energy that we were around wasn't in alignment fully with what we wanted in our life, which was focusing on our health and our wellness and focusing on our mind, our body, our soul, and really wanted to make that change. And so we decided to take some time away from that and put a plan in place and really meditate, manifest, and create what is now Etho.
That's very, very cool.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
It's especially for younger folks like yourself to be that innovative about wellness is really, really interesting, because wellness tends to be something that people think about for older folks. And the fact that you're starting people at their journey at a much younger point and making it cool and hip is really, really impressive. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job. I'm excited because I get to benefit from it. So I have an inside deal. But I have a question for you, Alexandria. Now I know what brought me in to Etho. Thank you. But I want to know, how would you define wellness for how it aligns here? Because I know you as a massage therapist.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy to know you that way.
Long time, girl.
A long time. But I just want to know, since I know you as a massage therapist and I know you're affiliated and doing business now with Etho, how do you define your business model into this wellness model?
Yeah, so defining really the vision and bridging the gap between Mikey and I. I mean, wellness is everything. It's the way we think. It's the way we act towards self and others. It's what we do in our daily lives. So, little background story between Mike and I. Him and I have some history. We grew up together. He has
now
twin
we're getting
cousins.
The juicy stuff.
Yeah. He has twin cousins that I was best friends with. So we spent most of our young adult and just young teen life, kid life really together. So when he came to me with this vision of recreating the way that we gather and revolutionizing that way and still making it hip and cool, it was a no-brainer. And to know that he trusted me with his vision when he started this up, when it was just a brainstorm, and was like, hey, I see what you do for the community. I want to share that vision and co-create something and collaborate. It was just an automatic. Our visions align, what we believe in aligns, how we create aligns. So it was honestly just the next step. So I think wellness and defining that is really just through gathering and community and integration, because we need each other in order for wellness to happen, to work. And what we were talking about earlier was, the accountability partners. We need that in when we do wellness and health. Music is, I find, another form of wellness and health and therapy. So to combine those things with healthy foods, and then of course the physical aspect with massage, it was just like, why don't we just have a buffet, a festival style of wellness where everyone can find their specific type of wellness? But let's create just a hub, a market, a club, really, that we can just gather and find all of this, a one-stop shop, if you will.
So would you say Etho is holding you accountable? You have a lot of people in this group, I know.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
So what type of communication do you encourage between the people that come to the events? Is it more through social media, or is it like community where you exchange phone numbers and social media to keep in contact with each other?
Yeah, I think it's a mix of all of that. Like what we're doing is we're gathering people that have the similar mindset of bettering themselves. Like as we get older in life, we have less time on our plate and we have to invest that time wisely. And most of the time, we have to invest that into our personal growth, whether that's physically, mentally, or emotionally. And that usually means you're doing it kind of on your own, right? Like you go to the gym, people are usually doing that by themselves, or they're reading, they're doing that by themselves, or they're listening to a podcast, or they're, and it's like, why can't we create a space where we do that together? And so it's going to evolve, because the key word that, like Alex said, was it's all about community, right? It's about bringing together people that have the similar mindset and vision, and then just letting that energy grow and seeing where it takes off. And so we've already seen like people within the community get together and start doing business together. We've seen people get together and work out outside of our events. And, it's so cool to see. And now we're starting to see other events pop up, and we're collaborating with other people that just want to have a different way of socially gathering, right? That's outside of what we call the standard social settings here in Las Vegas, which is your bars, your casinos, your nightclubs, and like all of those, when you leave, you usually feel worse than when you entered, right? And we continue to do it because we love the connection piece with
short high.
Yeah, like and we
dopamine hit.
Yeah,
exactly. And it's like, look, we want you to come to our events and we want you to feel better after leaving, right? And that's why our tagline is about feeling better together, because that is what we're doing, is about getting together and feeling better. And it's like, I can't believe we weren't doing this earlier. Like, it's just, it's so fun to see where this can go, because it's not just about us, it's about everyone that's involved in it.
And it's really a let me help you, help me situation, because anyone who lives in Vegas knows that Vegas is very large, but it's also very small, which means all of us are in that 7 degree of separation of like, I know somebody that you probably know. And that's really how we all connected here. So I find that to be one of the strongest priorities and vision with Etho, is that is how we really start that like wildfire of communication and connection. Is like, I know a guy who you need, and you need each other, and then it's like I'm kind of like the bridge, and then you guys can go off and branch off and create your own connection. And then it's literally, because we all have saturated networks, it's just a melting pot where we all dump it in, and then through all of that we're alchemizing and creating something from that. So it's really creating a strong foundation of insourcing.
Okay, so we're talking community, essentially. You're building a whole community. Is it all young folks?
No, absolutely not.
I've been at an event. Come on.
I mean, I've been there. That doesn't mean that I'm part of the community.
My dad's there every event. He's 82, and he's representing.
He's getting massages.
Yep.
You'll catch him at the front.
I massaged him before.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's all. That's what's so cool about it, is it's super inclusive. Like, we want people to be able to bring their kids and bring their parents, and like it has something there for everyone, because at the end of the day, like, everybody needs wellness, right? It's such a big term. What does that mean, right? Whether it's physical or mental or emotional, like we try to make sure how we structure every event, it has something for everyone. And it addresses like all 5 senses through those 3 degrees, right? Physically, emotionally, and mentally.
I mean, I bring my 7-year-old son there all the time. My youngest is 4, and they get a kick out of like showing up the adults of like, this is how you do a cold plunge.
I remember the first one, his face, he got it and he was like,
just,
what? Like, oh, it was great.
And now he's just an expert. He's even gone to the Puma event. So yeah, it's an inspiration, because you can learn from all ages. It's like you see the younger ones and it gives you this like childlike excitement to be like, oh, this is play, like we can play. And then you watch people who are much tenured and older, and it's like, yeah, how much they've solidified their routine in their health and wellness. And it's like, wow, I can learn something from that discipline. So yeah, there's a little sprinkle for everyone in there.
Yeah, growing up in Vegas, like I remember like going to parties and being a part of the lifestyle and being in that cycle and like feeling like something was missing. Like this can't be life. Like we cannot go from here till we die, like socializing this way, right? Like that doesn't make sense to me. And I didn't know it at the time what was missing, but now it's like 15, 20 years later, I totally understand and see what was missing back then, because like otherwise there is no that depth of connection. Like you talked about the conversations that take place, right? Like we want to provoke the more deeper conversations between people, not the standard stuff that you hear when you go to a bar or, with individuals. Like we have question cards always at all of our events where it's like these are deep questions, and it's like, who inspired you the most? Like what is a memorable life event that has shaped who you are? And
are you reading my
no, but like that's really how you get to know someone. It doesn't matter like what they do for work or where they live. Like we want to know about who you are as a person and like connect on that level.
And when you have events,
is a very personal journey for sure. So I really like that you get that personal with people, because a lot of times, if you go to a traditional wellness event, it's usually booths and it's just people handing out information
and samples,
trying to interact, trying to sell something. And your events are very, very different. There's a heart. I think you call it a vibe.
Yeah.
So explain that. What's different about your events? What's that vibe that you're trying to achieve, and you clearly are?
Yeah, I mean, I think you hit nail on the head. It's about the community connecting in a way that, I think the wellness community and has a negative connotation as a whole, that like when you hear the term wellness, people think, oh, very expensive, very exclusive. I can't do that because it's a $200 spa day pass, right? And
not
like,
my type of people.
And it's like, that's not the case. Like that is not what it means to take care of yourself. Like it's about getting sunlight. It's about grounding. It's about drinking water. It's about having conversations that make you laugh. Like that's what we are fostering and creating. And we just add these other experiences and, vendors that have stuff to just kind of create a different vibe at every one of the events. But the core of what we're doing is just getting together and having a good time. And being healthy while doing it.
I think too, the vibe that we bring and what that is that creates that is the sense of presence. When you come to our events, it's not because you're coming to escape. And if we think about Las Vegas industry, like that's what people come here for, right? And we had to change the motto of Vegas of like what happens in Vegas stays here because of that. So, deepening through community and fostering that is we're fostering presence. We're allowing people the opportunity to settle in, and also to creating environments like that. It creates safety. So when you're safe, you're more open to be vulnerable. When you're safe, you're more open to connect. When you're safe, you're more present. So, having that presence, it's like no matter where you sit, no matter what booth you go, there's always like a happy face, a joyful face to greet you.
Right.
It's because you're also in that reflection. And everybody there is reflecting each other when you're in the vibe of Etho as presence.
Well, I know Bianca and I are both so impressed with what you guys have accomplished so far. And I know you got a lot of exciting things to talk about. But before we get there, we got to take a break to honor some of our sponsors. So we'll be back in a few more minutes to learn more about what's going on with Etho Wellness Club here in Vegas and all the exciting things they've got coming up. We'll be right back.
The Showgirl Legacy Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to preserving the historic significance of the iconic showgirl as a performing artist. We achieve this through curriculum-based educational programs in partnership with the Las Vegas Academy of the Arts. The program includes a panel of entertainers and showgirls modeling authentic costumes for the visual arts students to paint. The students submit their artwork to the Showgirl Art Competition that becomes the annual Showgirl Art and Costume Exhibit. The foundation also represents guest speakers that give historical presentations about the Las Vegas stage show spectaculars and their personal experiences. The speaker brings authentic show costumes for photo ops and tailors their presentations for conferences, conventions, luncheons, museums, and other venues. Recently added to the Foundation's repertoire is the talk show The Showgirl Connection with your host, Luann. She interviews former and current showgirls, dancers, entertainers, and all the people behind the scenes that make the magic happen. The Showgirl Connection wouldn't be possible without the partnership and support of WWDBTV and owner John Stiles. Learn more about us at showgirllegacy.org and castandcrewreunion.com. For questions, email us at info@showgirllegacy.org.
And welcome back. We are still here with Etho Wellness Club, and we were talking a little bit about young ones coming, but you mentioned something that made my hair stand up.
Her new hair, by the way.
My
You
new
noticed her
hair.
new summer look.
It's hot outside.
Yes.
Which I'm talking about a cold plunge. You said cold plunge. Mikey, I'm scared.
Don't be.
What do I need to know about doing a cold plunge at the Etho Wellness event?
Oh man, it's gonna be so refreshing for you.
Oh my
It's such a great experience. It's a little painful at first, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But that's, about pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. Again, one of the key principles of what we're trying to do internally with the community is get us outside our comfort zone, do things that are, hard, because doing hard things with fun people equals a great life.
Isn't that nice? I think they just gave me a vibe.
Yeah, you're gonna do all right.
We'll
We'll be there. We always have coaches there walking you through it, helping you with your breath work, helping you in and out of the cold plunge. And again, it's not a contest, right? It's about you, your own journey. So whether it's 10 seconds, you just got in to feel it and said, that's not for me, and hop out, that's cool.
Okay.
Or whether you hop in and be like, I got this, and I'm sitting there for 10, 15 minutes.
That's my out.
Go for it.
Just in case.
Yeah. Or you do it again in the same day.
Yeah.
You got 10 the first time, you got 20 seconds the next.
Oh yeah, everyone. It's not just a one-time thing. It's a all day. Like you're working your way up. Go warm up in the sauna, then come back. Like get your body ready.
If I'm not quite ready for the cold plunge, what else can I do at an Etho event?
Well, there's a sauna apparently.
Yes, you can get a massage.
Yeah.
Nice.
We talk a lot about massage on this show.
Yeah.
We appreciate massage.
Yeah. Well, no, you guys then know Alexandria is the best.
Yes,
Absolutely.
for
So
sure.
I was introduced to the Zen Den.
Yeah.
And it was a vibe. I went to the mother of all vibes for Mother's Day.
Yes.
And I spent all day in the Zen Den. It was awesome.
It was a vibe.
How did you come up with that? What's your thing?
Well, the Zen Den and the setup came from the inspiration of going to Burning Man.
Okay.
So I've done a lot of travel festivals and festivals in the wilderness and forest, and you really got to come correct in those places. And when you're in with so much going on and so many things to do, finding Zen dens in the wild is like a soft landing. So really, when it came down to creating that vision with Etho, I wanted that same soft landing feeling of it's almost like that thing in the mirage where you're like, oh, there it is. And you can just kind of seek solace for a little bit, and creating it a little darker, since we do daytime events, having the misters, the incense, the essential oils, the fragrances, it just stimulates the senses where you're like, oh, okay, this is the place to be.
Yeah.
The yin to the yang energy,
Yeah.
I think it's very important, with events in general, a lot of them are always high energy, right? And a lot of people can get drained from that, especially if you're an introvert or maybe not a social butterfly. That may not be what you want to be in all the time. And so to have this place that you can go and just recharge and relax and tune out of the fun energy that's going on outside or in a different area, and now you have this escape to this Zen den where you can really just recharge, take a breath, and then be able to then go back out and activate and then try the cold plunge again.
Right. See, and that's why I stayed in the Zen Den the first
I know the
Next
tapestries hide you.
Yeah.
Fun house in there.
So when someone buys a ticket, I assume you buy a ticket to go to an Etho event. So you buy a ticket, you get there, you've never been before. What are you going to expect when you walk into the entrance?
Well, the first thing that you do is our arrival ritual. So it's again, we want to show that this is different than anything else that is in Vegas right now. And so by doing so, we have this ritual where as soon as you get there, you write on a piece of biodegradable paper something that you want to leave at the door. And so maybe it's a stress, a toxic thought, some bad energy. Maybe you have some anxiety going into a new place, whatever it is. Maybe it's something about at work, you had a bad hair day, anything you want. Write it down, and then we light it and we throw it into this big bowl of ashes. And so as people keep coming there, like you see this bowl just kind of fill up with ashes, and it's just a visual representation of like, look at everything that everybody that's in this community is leaving at the door, and showing them to drop into this place to be present. Because at the end of the day, that's for the next 5 hours, 3 hours, whatever length of the event is that we're hosting at that time. That's all that matters. You are there, you are connecting with the community, and you're getting to be in a place that supports you on whatever journey you're on.
Very Burning Man.
Right?
Yes, very cool. Very
And then you can go over to his mom's amazing chef and get some bites to eat. That would be my next thing.
Yeah. Some
Someone hasn't
good,
come
healthy
here.
food, I'm
Yes.
sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
tons of healthy food, like all seed oil free, no
Yes.
preservatives, all organic, like
Fresh.
grass fed, grass finished beef, and then like obviously tons of vegan and vegetarian options too. So yeah, that's a huge piece of it, because at the end of the day, like, who doesn't love food?
Mhm.
And
that's the best way to gather.
yeah,
Is
exactly.
over food.
Absolutely.
So yeah, good food, and then obviously good healthy drinks too, right? That's another
Yeah.
important factor. Like, we do serve a lot of drinks, and of course they're all alcohol free. So
Yeah.
whether they're healthy mocktails or like hydrogen or electrolyte water. We also do like kava drinks as well, which is kind of a new take and a different take on like an alcohol drink, because it's actually made out of a root, and it's like healthy for you, and it gives you a little buzz. So we have a new CBD THC drinks kind of coming into play as well. So again, we're trying to provide whatever to the community and see what fits. So a lot of people come, and we're super open. Like, our events are changing monthly, because new people and new partners are coming to us and being like, hey, I want to do this, or we get feedback from the community. Hey, can we try this? And we're all for it. Like, we do not have a specific model other than creating a space where, like she said, it's a melting pot of all this that can take place.
I think you brought us some video.
Let's see
Some
it
of
in
your
action.
previous events, so we'd like to show that with everyone who's watching and give them a little idea of what
Yeah,
it was all
a little
about.
sneak
So,
peek.
Yeah,
Let's
Etho
take
in
a look what you
action,
brought.
right?
Little teaser.
so these are some of the more recent events that you've had here in Las Vegas.
Yep.
Welcome to Etho.
Hold on, instead of messing with our future, open up inside. Well, hold on. One day you will have to answer to the children of the sky.
Wow.
Unbelievable. That is, I mean, we've had the opportunity of being at a couple of your events, and they were so impressed. So, but the fact that you capture it, and I'm just amazed that you guys have thought through the vision of this, every detail. That's really unusual for a brand new event. So, just a question: what's been your biggest obstacle getting started?
I think the challenge of the unknown and the uncertainty of the future, with like starting a new business, quitting your job and just like going all in on something, like, it's very scary from that aspect. And I'm really leaning into the surrender experiment, which is, you surrender to what your vision is, and you go with the path that is showing you. So really taking time to slow down, see what's being presented as an option for whatever may be the next event or different opportunities, and just really taking that in with full intention and giving it the energy it deserves to be able to create this future and move forward, because we don't know what it looks like. Like, when we sat down at the beginning of this year and started this, it was like, hey, like, what is our vision? Are we going to create a brick and mortar and build a wellness club? Are we just going to do events? Are we going to, there's so many different ways that this could go, and I I am okay with being flexible with that. Like, and so, and it's because it's about the community. It's about what do the people want? What serves Vegas the best? And
so you have to learn along the way, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of learning on the way. It's a lot of unknown. It's a lot of, learning from touching the fire, right? You see what's hot.
Taking leaps of faith.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing where the leads lead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's working. People are showing up. People are participating and they're coming back. So that's the biggest testament to your success, right?
Yeah, it's so cool to start to see now that we're a few months of events in. We actually just held our 10th event. So this next one, thank you. Yeah. This next one this Saturday is going to be a really epic one. And we're really excited to see because like the community's starting to form and people are starting to like know each other and be like, oh, I saw
you from last time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's starting to spread for sure. And it's just a testament to everyone involved in it because there's so many people that are helping build this community. And the core team of Etho is so big. And that's why we've been able to do what we do is because we welcome anyone in with open arms. Like, hey, you want to be a part of this? Absolutely. Like we need as many people as we can get, like because it's like you said. It's
I can vouch for that. You brought me into the community very welcomely. I felt such a warm welcome, even just coming through the gate. And
I'm so glad.
I didn't know anybody there except for you, but I felt like I knew everybody by the end of it.
Yeah.
So I do feel like what you're doing is working, as John said, and it means a lot. Personally, I have been at home and in the house, not really wanting to come out, not really sure about connecting with other people. And then I got the call. Come and connect. Get out here. Let's go.
It was probably that hype too.
Yeah. It was. But it was worth it.
Yeah. I think one of the things that you mentioned just about like, there's this theory, the 3-place theory, right? You're supposed to have 3 places in life. You're supposed to have your workplace, your home where you rest and recharge, and your community where you connect and build. And nowadays, we see that most people work from home and their community's online. And so they aren't leaving the 4 walls and they're being built in this insulated room with air-conditioned air, never even getting fresh air or sunlight or grounding. And it's like, those are just like, you solve those 3 things, you get fresh air, you get some sunlight, you put your feet on the ground.
Water.
Yeah, like your life is going to change pretty fast if you're not doing that. And so what we're focused on at Etho is that 3rd space, that community space, and really trying to create that and makeshift that in so many different ways, whether it's our events or, educational seminars or classes or massages. Like it doesn't really matter as long as we're getting people out and connecting.
Yeah.
And I don't need to tell you guys that there's an epidemic of loneliness.
Yeah.
And so any opportunity to bring people together, and especially in the way that you're doing it, outside of, like you said, the traditional things that we do here in Vegas, bars, casinos, even shows, you go to a show with people, go watch a movie or a live show, you're not really interacting.
Right.
You're watching together, which is a shared activity. But what you do really brings people together, like emotionally, physically touching each other, sharing intentions together. It's really powerful. We've just not seen anything like this anywhere. And our viewers aren't just here in Vegas. We've got viewers around the world, actually. So if you were going to inspire people to do something similar in other communities, because I think you're creating a great model here, what would you tell them? Is this something worthwhile? Obviously, you think it is. You quit your job and you committed to this. So.
I think if you believe in it and it's something that truly aligns with what you're passionate about, then yes, absolutely. Take the risk and start to do something that really will make a difference in the world. Like that, at the end of the day, if you build something that is powerful and actually provides, whether it's a service or an experience or just like we said, a place that really makes a difference, I think everything else will kind of work itself out, right? And you're now not just chasing money or chasing a career or path, right? Like now you're doing something that's meaningful and leaving an impact on this world.
I think what's important too is to have people that believe in the vision. So if you're going to start something in your community, find people who are doing it for the passion and nothing else. Because, you find multiple people that have that same passion. There's no limit to what you can create. And there's no limit to your dedicated effort. Because we're all in this.
Yeah. Well, speaking of limits, I wanna call you out a little bit because you have been a bit of an inspiration to me for setting boundaries. I have never met someone quite like you that can set boundaries and really move things along in the way that you want them to go. And it's not just you being selfish in your own way. I've seen it at these events where you help people feel better about just being there, and you draw people in, in a certain way. And so you have to have, as a part of this community, you have to have these kind of people.
Yeah.
And so I've seen
That's
it.
why she was one of the first people I went to. What do you mean? She was like one of my first calls.
I love it. And it's true, because again, I've experienced it firsthand where I'm like, oh, I'm here to just help out and I'm here to work. And it was like, no, girl, this is an experience. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
How about
I even
that
kicked
for
you out
work?
the Zenda, and I was like, why don't you go walk around?
You did.
Go get some food and walk around and don't come back.
I know.
Yeah.
She made me take a break.
Yeah.
That's super important for us. Yeah. We want everyone to experience it, especially the people that are helping put it on and put in all the hard work. Like, we make sure, and Alexandria is really good at that, to be like, hey, let's set some time for the team to get together and enjoy, what we do, the cold plunging in the sauna and eating well, like as a team, rather than, because at the events, obviously, we're working it much more than just like, being able to take place ourselves. But I think that that's super important because, at the end of the day, that's what makes this happen.
Yeah, it does.
So you're living it.
Living it.
And so for someone who, hopefully they can get to an Etho event, but even if they can't, we always talk to our guests about this. What are some suggestions that you have for a personal wellness journey? What are some little things? And because our show is about getting better every day, we always talk about just doing something small every day. How would you get started? What are some advice that you have to get a little better every day?
There you go.
I think something that I practice in my everyday life is just creating, even if it's 5 or 10 minutes of presence and stillness in your day. I like to do it in the morning because I'm already in the bathroom prepping, getting myself ready for the day. So I sit on my little yoga mat, and I sit every day in ritual and ceremony. I speak on what I'm grateful for the day, even though I just opened up my eyes. I speak on the night or the day before in my gratitude. And then I really declare the acceptance of any opportunities and challenges that I may face in the day. So I think it's just being intentional, creating 5 to 10 minutes of presence.
Yeah, that's a great one. I along the same lines, like spending that time to just take a step back from everything that's going on in your life is super important. So that way you can just kind of see from an outside lens, a different perspective. Like, if your mind's racing all the time with stress from work or relationship issues, like just take a step back and put yourself in an environment or a space that has nothing to do with that. And everyone has to find their own space. Maybe for me, it's a yoga class. I love being in a yoga studio. For other people, maybe it's going to the gym. Maybe it's just going on a walk. Like, just do something, one thing, like
fun.
You said. Yeah,
Make it personal.
You have to enjoy it.
I talked about bubbles and bathtubs. So
Yeah.
That's what
make
I
it
like.
smell good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Bubbles. Like a kid.
Essential oil on,
I love it.
Yeah, we want people to know that wellness isn't this big, unattainable thing. It's something that we can all do. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It doesn't have to take a lot of time. There's definitely little ways you can make yourself even better.
For sure.
Just
get in touch with nature. I think
the
that's
most
an important one.
And finding things that you like to do.
Yeah.
If you don't like going to the gym, don't force yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's other
find the things that
forms
you
of gym,
like to
yeah.
do. Yep.
Yeah.
So I know that we're going to put some information up about Etho and how to get a hold of you guys. It'll be on the screen, your website, some contact information. How's the best way for people to interact with you?
Our social media profile is kind of where we keep everyone up to date. On Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. That's where we post all of our events, the recaps, interviews, everything. Our website's where we have all the events listed, and you can see past events there too. So we always upload a whole entire photo album from past events so people can kind of see the vibe or find their own photos and go and take them and post them, because everyone does have so much fun, and just the smiles on the face and the cold plunge faces are just epic to see. So you got to go and see those, because sometimes they're just hilarious.
Yeah.
And then for Mind Body Essence.
Best would be Instagram at mind.body.essence_therapeutics. DM me. Let's connect.
Nice. Very nice. Is
Thank
there
you,
anything
Alexandria.
that we
Thanks,
don't
Mikey.
know?
Yeah. Is there anything
Right?
that we didn't ask? Anything else you'd like to share?
Anything we haven't covered that we should know about Etho Wellness Club today?
I think we covered it all.
I think
Like,
we did too. This
yeah.
is great.
I think the only unknown is our next venue. We got to be there July 12th.
All right. So if this comes out after that, just know that your calendar is full. I know that you like to do events, pretty much every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Which keeps it exciting because I never know who's going to be there, but I read the list and I'm like, oh gosh, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. The co-pledge, not going to do it. But I do get excited about, if the timing works out. I'm thinking about it. I'll probably be brave enough to do it so that we can have some video and John can make fun of me for getting in the co-plunge.
Show me your plunge
Oh,
face.
goodness. We'll see. We'll see what that might be. Because right now it's a scary face.
That's the
I'm
best.
nervous. But
So can we have you guys back on later
yeah.
on? And then
Yeah,
as you grow,
absolutely.
we want to definitely hear about what you're doing and if expansion plans and things like that. Because again, what they are accomplishing is really remarkable. If you have a chance, if you're here in Vegas, either you live here or you're visiting, you get a chance to come see an Etho event, participate, please do, because they really are everything and more that we've talked about today. And if you just want to connect with them, follow them on social media. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot about how to explore your own wellness journey.
That's right. And you can find us online and in our social media profiles as well. And on our website, I Am Better Every Day. And I want to thank our guests. Thank you so much for coming in today. It's been a pleasure. So much
Thank
fun.
you.
Thank you to my co-host, John.
And my very good-haired co-host, Bianca.
It's happened. Thank you. And thank you to John here at WWDBTV. We'll see you again soon.
And together, we can get better every day.
Yes, we can. Thank you.